Welcome to the Unreal BootCamp lesson on an overview of the brainCloud Design Portal's API Explorer. The Cloud Code API Explorer is one of the brainCloud Portal's killer features. To navigate to the API Explorer, click the Design tab on the left, then Cloud Code, followed by API Explorer. From this screen, you can run any brainCloud request. The API Explorer provides a quick way to experiment with all the brainCloud APIs and view the server responses before integrating them into your game or app. It should be noted that all the requests available in the API Explorer are actually being executed on the brainCloud server. This is not a simulator. These are real brainCloud requests that are being executed. Before we can make a brainCloud request, we need to authenticate first. Now remember back in the email authentication lesson, I noted not to authenticate the example app with the portal credentials. The API Explorer is the reason. By default, the API Explorer will pull the email address associated with your portal credentials and use it to authenticate with brainCloud. Click Execute to make the request. Authentication was successful. The server's JSON response is displayed on the right. Now that we've authenticated with the brainCloud server, we can make any request from the drop-down menu. As a simple example, select the time service and then make the read server time request. The current server time is included in the response displayed on the right. Next, let's make a request that we should be familiar with. From the drop-down list, select the player state service, then select the update username request. In the parameters section, make sure to supply a new username. Click Execute to make the request. The request was successful. Now, if we re-authenticate, we can see the player's username in the response. Click the Authenticate service and execute the Authenticate request. If we examine the response, you'll notice that the player name contains the value that we just set a moment ago. Let's experiment with a new type of request. Select the leaderboard service. Then select the Create Leaderboard request. In this request, we're going to create a new leaderboard on the server with the default parameters. The Create Leaderboard request was successful. By making this request, we have now made a leaderboard on the server. We can verify this by heading over to the leaderboard config screen. To do that, on the left, click Leaderboards, then click Leaderboard Configs. If you don't see the leaderboard section under Design, don't fret. Your app does not have the Show Game Design features enabled. I'll show you in a moment how to enable this. From this screen, though, you can see the leaderboard that we just created from the API Explorer. We're going to go ahead and delete this leaderboard since we aren't going to be using it right now. To delete the leaderboard, enter the leaderboard ID, then click Confirm. If you didn't see the leaderboards option a moment ago, click Core App Info, then Application IDs. From this screen, click the Show Game Design Features checkbox. Then at the bottom, click Save. The leaderboards option should now be visible from the Design menu. In the upcoming bootcamp lessons, we're going to be covering leaderboards, user statistics, achievements, global entities, user entities, external authentication, cloud code scripting, and custom entities. As part of those lessons, we're going to start using the API Explorer regularly so that we know what to expect when we integrate those brainCloud features into the example game. Creating a leaderboard is the next lesson in the Unreal BootCamp.